Welcome to the first Citizens Information Meeting for the Hampton Roads Crossing Study Supplemental Environmental Impact Statement. This study is reviewing transportation alternatives that can work together to improve multimodal accessibility, mobility, and goods movement in the Hampton Roads metropolitan area and to help relieve congestion at the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel. VDOT, in coordination with the Federal Highway Administration and other federal partners, is reevaluating the environmental impact statement for the Hampton Roads Crossing Study, which was completed in 2001. This Supplemental Environmental Impact Statement, or SEIS, will re-examine the alternatives, assumptions, and findings of the 2001 Hampton Roads Crossing Study Final Environmental Impact Statement and Record of Decision. This SEIS also will draw from findings of two subsequent reevaluations, as well as the 2012 Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel Draft EIS. The current study will update the previous studies based on current data and determine the best alternative to address identified transportation needs. At this initial meeting, the VDOT team would like your feedback on the issues that should be considered in the SEIS. This includes revisiting and revising assumptions from the previous studies, such as the purpose and need for the study, alternatives from the previous studies and any new alternatives, and potential environmental impacts. The VDOT team is also sharing information that is available at this early stage of the study, including information about the study needs and alternatives advanced in the previous studies. VDOT has identified a number of transportation issues which contribute to the need for this study. These include accessibility and regional congestion, transportation capacity, safety and roadway geometry, environmental considerations, and cost effectiveness. Based on your comments, these issues will be further refined to help frame the alternatives evaluation. Alternatives that are currently being considered include the no-build alternative as well as 3 build alternatives from the 2001 final EIS. The no-build alternative would continue routine maintenance and repairs of existing Hampton Roads crossings as needed, but no major improvements. The build alternatives include Candidate Build Alternative 1, Candidate Build Alternative 2, and Candidate Build Alternative 9. There is also the potential to introduce additional alternatives through the study process or to modify previous alternatives. Based on the 2001 FEIS, Candidate Build Alternative 1 would provide a new bridge tunnel parallel to the existing I-64 Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel. On the peninsula, this alternative begins at the I-664 interchange in Hampton and would widen I-64 to the I-564 interchange in Norfolk. A parallel bridge tunnel would be constructed west of the existing I-64 Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel. While further developing this alternative, VDOT would strive to confine improvements to within the existing I-64 right-of-way. Candidate Build Alternative 2 would involve all of Candidate Build Alternative 1 as well as additional improvements in Norfolk and Portsmouth. This includes widening I-564 west from the I-64 interchange, a new connection across the Elizabeth River, and the Craney Island connector along the east side of Craney Island that connects to the Western Freeway. Candidate Build Alternative 9 includes the improvements to I-564, the connection across the Elizabeth River, and the Craney Island connector. It would also provide a new bridge tunnel parallel to the existing I-664 Monitor Merrimack Memorial Bridge Tunnel, and a new connection referred to as Patriots Crossing from the bridge tunnel to Craney Island. On the peninsula, this alternative would begin at the I-64 I-664 interchange in Hampton and would widen I-664 to the I-64 I-264 interchange in Chesapeake. This alternative was identified as the preferred alternative in the 2001 study, but is not currently considered the preferred alternative for this SEIS. This SEIS is being completed in accordance with the National Environmental Policy Act. Potential impacts to environmental resources from the study alternatives will be considered. These include residential and business properties, parks, historic properties, wetlands, wildlife habitat, and hydrodynamics. VDOT initiated work on the current study in June 2015. It is anticipated that the study process will take 2 years to complete. At the conclusion of the study in summer 2017, if a build alternative is selected by the Commonwealth Transportation Board and approved by Federal Highway with a record of decision, the project can advance. Design documents, right-of-way acquisition, and construction cannot begin until after the record of decision. Today's meeting is an important step for incorporating public comments into the study and for preparing the SEIS. We encourage you to share your thoughts with the study team by email, through the study's website, or by completing a comment sheet at this meeting. Thank you for your participation. Your input is critical to the success of the study and to the region's transportation future.